Привет, друзья! Как дела? My name is Fedor. Today, let's talk about the newest Russian language that was recently added to our dictionary of the Russian language. It's the Gen Z language. We'll talk about a few words that describe people that you and I may be falling under those categories, but if we don't know what those terms mean, we're gonna be lost. I'll be honest. I'm 28 years old. I'm not that old, but I still had to look up a lot of these terms myself. I knew them, I heard them, but I was guessing what they meant from context. So I had to do my own research too. I'm not a Gen Zer, so I had to do my research with this stuff too. Number one, the first word is a bit more well known. I knew this word before, skoof. Skoof is a person, typically referring to a guy, is an out-fashioned, outdated person who has very weird hobbies that may used to have been cool in the past that are no longer cool. Typically is associated with the person, you may see him on the screen right now, is a person who typically doesn't take care of themselves as much. Maybe they don't care about their physical appearance. They're more consumed with their hobbies and their interests that are outdated. I may be considered skoof to some people. And I don't think of myself as a skoof, of course, nobody would. But if you are so weird in your hobbies that are old fashioned, then you are a skoof. Next, altushka. Altushka is a lady, again, see her on the screen. Altushka comes from a word alt, alternativa, alternative. It's alternative culture people. Typically is a person who is one of those groups. In my days, it used to be emo or goth. Okay, those two groups of people will be considered altushki. But these days, there's so many alternative cultures that they may be falling under that it's just overall general term. And typical attributes of altushka is heavy makeup, very bright colors, typically with their hair, maybe like green or blue or purple. Not necessarily, it can just be their makeup. So it's some sort of a standing out from the crowd kind of a person that follows a certain alternative culture. Altushka. Next, dushnila. Dushnila comes from a word dushny, which means stuffy. It's when it's stuffy in the room. Dushny, you can describe a person as dushny as well. It's a person who is suffocating, who is critical, who is just killing the vibe. It's a person that kills the vibe. When they come into the company, they just always have to, be weird and just ruin everything. But a term dushnila is the same thing. It's just a noun. You can call somebody dushnila. When they are critical, when they're just annoying, when they want to criticize everything, complain about stuff, that's dushnila. Doesn't have to be a guy or girl. It can be both. Dushnila is our word. Next is masik. Masik is, girls will call a guy masik. It's typically a guy who they are talking to, maybe dating, that is typically older and takes care of them with gifts, with certain purchases, is a caring, typically older guy who takes care of a younger lady with either money, emotional stuff, anything whatsoever, is a person that takes care of a lady. Masik is typically a positive thing, but it can also be, ironically, he is my masik, like he is my sugar daddy. Not always, can be, not always. It can be just a simple positive trait of a person that takes care of his lady masik. Another word that is very interesting is normis. Normis, of course, comes from the word нормальный, which means normal, regular. Normis is a guy or a girl, typically I would say a guy, I would think, but maybe it's a girl too, that is average. Everyday kind of a person. He doesn't stand out, he doesn't do anything bad, doesn't do anything good, he's just in the crowd. He's just a nobody typically, doesn't stand out, it's not an individual. It can be, I guess, a positive thing that he's just regular. He's not trying to be cool, trying too hard to be cool. He's just normis. He's a regular guy. But if you don't want to be a regular guy and you want to stand out with your Russian language skills, then join Be Fluent Camp. We start on January the 5th. Join us with the first link in the description. It's our 8-week intensive course for all of you guys who want to speak Russian better to your family, to your friends. You might want to travel to Russia one day. You just might be curious about Russian culture and you want to understand it more. All of those things will be taken care of with Be Fluent Camp. 8 weeks, get your Russian to the next level with tough exercises, with guidance along the way, and with just exceptional materials for you to reach that next level. We start on January the 5th, but we do these camps twice a year. So even if you're watching this video after that date, you can always join our next camp. So check it out with the first link in the description. Next, we have Ofnik. Ofnik is a person, you probably know Gopnik. Gopnik, here's the Gopnik. It's an outdated version of Ofnik. A Gopnik has upgraded to Ofnik, okay? Gopnik is simply out of the culture. We don't have Gopniki anymore. They're very rare in number. Sometimes in some village you might find them as well. In some like smaller town you may still find Gopniki, but typically no. Now the term is Ofnik, right here. Ofnik is a person who is not educated, who is rude. It's a kind of person that if you insult them in a funny way, in a smart way, and because they're not so bright, they don't understand it, they might want to fight you. So it's that kind of a person who is resolving their issues with fights, with violence, not a criminal, but just a violent person. I heard Ofnik be used for guys, sometimes Ofnitsa for ladies, who are the same like brute type ladies who want to fight, who don't have a great vocabulary, who don't read, who don't educate themselves. Ofnik as a guy, Ofnitsa as a lady. Next, we have Tubik. Tubik used to be Tubik right here on the screen. It's a tube of some toothpaste, some other paste. That's the word that I have known since I grew up, Tubik. But now the same word is used for a guy. It's an emotionally unstable or emotionally immature person. It's typically ladies describe a guy as the Tubik who is not a good guy for them because they're simply immature. That if they get in a relationship with them, they'll have to do the most of the work with emotional, just making sure that he is okay, that nothing is wrong, things like that. So it's not a positive trait to be a Tubik. It's maybe you live with your parents still, maybe you're not taking care of yourself fully, you don't make a lot of money. Even if you do make a lot of money, you're so immature emotionally that nobody wants to be with you. Tubik. Then we have Sigma. Sigma is, I would say, kind of the opposite of Tubik. Sigma is an independent, we have alpha male, beta male, and then we have sigma males who are like out of that group of alpha, beta, whatever. They're simply enough. They are confident in themselves. They don't bother anyone. They're simply loners. They are just confident people. Sigma is when you don't need society's approval for you to feel good about yourself. So it's like you're out of the matrix, kind of. That's a Sigma guy. I guess Sigma girls don't really exist, maybe in some joke fashion, but it's typically a definition of a guy. I would say even of a boy, most likely. Next is Chechik. Chechik is just a person, guy, dude, Chechik. It's short from Chilovechik, which is just like a dude, guy, human. Chechik is just like, oh, this guy, this dude. It doesn't have typically any attributes to it like we've had before. So it's just for you to call somebody, hey, this guy, this dude came and said something to me. You can refer to them as Chechik. The last word for a guy, then we have one more for a girl, is Strich. Strich is, think of those movies when you go on a vacation and you meet somebody who is this very, I don't want to say shady. He's a very interesting, but there's a lot of mystery about the guy. And he sometimes probably has a criminal past. and it's a guy who lives on the edge. And Strich is a person, again, ladies describe guys like this. It's typically would be an interest to the lady, but for a very short period of time. Maybe for a night, maybe for a week. You're gonna have a lot of fun and you're gonna go up and down with emotions, up and down with experiences, but you can never build something long lasting with them because they're a criminal person. They are, again, violent. Maybe once they're interested in you, you'll be the center of attention. But once they're done with you, you are nothing to them. Okay? I guess I went in a bit more detail with this thing, but Strich is a person who is a bit dangerous. But for ladies, it can be a little more fun to hang out with those guys for a short period of time. Again, Strich, I know a different word that means something else. But I had to look this up. I've heard it a few times. But I had to look this up, and this is the description of those people, Strich. And the last one, we started with something that I knew from the beginning, and we're going to end with something that I knew. Again, a very popular word, and the word is tian. Tian comes from I think Japanese language. I think it's a description of a lady. Typically, doesn't have any attributes besides just being a good, nice, good-looking maybe girl. Nothing very specific like we had before. It's just an overall general description of a nice girl. Tian. That's all. Now you know all the Gen Z slang terms that we will continue talking about. This is just the description of people. We'll further have verbs, adjectives that describe things, so stay tuned. And again, join our Be Fluent Camp if you want to learn more about the real Russian language, not your book Russian, but the real Russian. We'll learn it together, me and you. Join us with this button right here with the first link in the description, or in fact, you can keep on watching our YouTube videos with this next one. It's up to you.